Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. We got another King Arthur Legends Rise video. Now this is a sponsored video from Netmarble, so big thank you to them. But if you're interested in downloading the game, click the link down below, help support my channel, and you can try out King Arthur for free. I've been enjoying the game. I have another channel for the game, but today we're going to dive in to some of the most important aspects of the game, which I'm still getting the grasp of course, but that is gearing champions. Specifically, we're going to build Morgan, which is a free champion everybody gets. I'm going to build her to be the go first champion in my team. So I'm going to try to communicate this in kind of raid terms, but essentially I'm looking at Morgan as a turn meter manipulator. So her relics, we have this skill 2, which attacks all enemies 3 times, 50% chance to decrease target's attack gauge by 10% with every attack. So just like in raid, we have 3 attacks AoE. Each one's gonna have a 10% chance or a 50% chance to reduce the target's attack gauge turn meter by 10%, meaning we have about a 30% turn meter drop, which if I have her going first, then I'll be able to make sure the rest of my team gets a turn as well, hopefully. So in order to do that, what I'm gonna need is I need Morgan to be in an accuracy set, just like in raid. If you wanna place your debuffs or if you wanna place effects, you're gonna need accuracy. So you want accuracy. But I have Vigor on her, which is really good. But I think I'm going to go with speed. My idea is that Morgan is going to be the fastest, and then Merlin is going to come up second and do an AoE freeze after their turn meter's been reduced. So then I could have my damage dealers in the very back going at a slower speed, but hitting a lot harder. Now, the nice thing about Morgan and her speed build is that we're farming speed sets from the Dragon Nest of Yaskelheim. However you say that. So this dungeon I'm pushing fairly decent. Stage 7, we're getting 5-star drops, very good stuff. So we're getting some speed gear from there. We're getting speed, we're getting crit, and we're getting attack. So I shouldn't have to farm or forge too much. But if I do have to forge some, it's okay. Now when it comes to stats and substats, it's very important to know what pieces can drop what. So if you come to the King Arthur tab on the Netmarble website, we can actually see equipment crafting, what chance you have to get what substat. I think it's equipment crafting. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's, let's see, random equipment chest. No, they have all the rates here for everything, which makes things so nice. Okay, we have equipment, main stats, and substats. Now, 1 to 3 star is always going to be the same, but once you get into 4 to 6 star, your helmet, I'm trying to remember this correctly, your helmet, chest plate, and boots is always going to be the same static main stat, whereas your jewelry, your necklace, earrings, and ring is going to have those variable main stats. For substats, basically everything that I'm aware of can get attack speed as a substat. So we're looking for that. For Morgan, we're specifically looking for as fast as we can get her, but also very good accuracy. We have attack speed there. So you have all the rates broken down. Now, when it comes to the earrings, necklace, and ring, let's see what we're looking for. So the earrings can drop all of this, no attack speed, but what else would we be looking for? Well, for Morgan, there's nothing really that I'm especially looking for, so I'm probably going more like HP or defense percentage. For the necklace, we're going to be definitely going for effect accuracy. And then for the ring, we're definitely going attack speed. But I really appreciate that you can see the drop rates for everything down here, as well as the substats. And all this info is especially helpful for the artifact re-rolling, which in this game I really like. Granted, it could get expensive. I do like it because instead of re-rolling the whole piece, you're re-rolling individual stats. Now, I do need to get more of this. It doesn't come very quickly, and you will have a big stockpile of it, so you need to do it sparingly. But I can guarantee that I get attack speed somewhere on here. Now, getting it to the +2 may be a little more difficult. But let's go in here and actually build Morgan. And I'm going to use the preset number 2, which also is awesome. So big shout out to King Arthur for doing this, having 2 presets for a champion. So we can use this build or we can use this build. Very nice stuff there. So what I'm looking for is going to be attack speed. Now, this build, I guess do we have to move it over? That's a little bit weird. That's a little bit strange. I don't know why I have to spend gold to move it from build 1 to build 2, but I guess it's okay. I guess it saves it all to this champion. Interesting. Maybe if I swap to this build, maybe it doesn't cost gold to move it. Let's see. Equip. Oh, it still does. Okay, so we'd actually need extra gear to actually do this. But I do plan on switching her over to this basically full time, so it should be okay. Now for accuracy, I have 2 pieces in this first build that's really good. A necklace plus a helmet. This helmet has a double roll into speed. I did this on a previous video on the King Arthur channel, which if you guys want to check that out, I'll leave a link down below. But I did my forging over there, and I did a bunch of re-rolling, spent a lot of resources doing that. So I'm just going to use what I did over there and just throw it on her, and then we're going to do the speed gearing up during this video, plus also building Merlin as well. And then the helmet, we have Morgan's there. So right now, previously her speed was like about 200. Not quite 200, but pretty close. So we went to build one. At least we can swap these with no silver cost. That's really nice. So her attack speed is 152 plus, I think it was about 199, 200-ish, somewhere really close to there. But I want her to be like 250. I don't know if I can get there or not, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try with everything I have to get there. So we're going to go speed set. Now, I specifically want substats to be attack speed. Now, it doesn't have to have attack speed. If it's a 5-star piece, even a rare, that's okay. So we have one piece with attack speed, which we're going to hit that. So we upgrade to 3, just like in Raid. We get the only substat there. Very nice. Now, I could try to keep working with this to see what I could get. Let's go down here and open up the substats to everything. So I have a piece here that could double or triple roll, which may be worth it. So let's see. Enhanced to +3. We get a double, we get a triple. So I may actually re-roll that. Though crit rate on a speed piece, I'm not for sure how beneficial that may or may not be. I may actually just leave that there. Crit rate could be pretty sweet. So let's see what we get here. A double roll. Maybe I try to rework this. That's more easily reworked to attack speed than anything else. Matter of fact, I may go ahead and do that, honestly. This is +1 with 7. Let me show you guys how the forging, the reworking of your stats plays out. So we do this. We go to speed set, chest plate. We're going to go to this one right here. Yes, the crit strike. And then we're going to try to get that one to be attack speed. It's just going to roll one stat at a time, and we're just going to keep rolling through it, basically. So one stat at a time, baby. Let's see if we can get attack speed on there. Effect accuracy. And if attack speed goes on the bottom, well, we know we're not going to get it at the top, so we just have to keep re-rolling until the bottom is changed. But hopefully we just hit the attack speed on the top one and don't have to go through the extra reworks. That's the very unfortunate thing. So here I could just keep, maybe do like 1 or 2 more. If it replaces this bottom one, okay, so now we're back into the pool of having a potential attack speed on the top row. We are working through these dusts pretty quickly, but it does always only cost 1, which is really nice. Only costing 1 dust is, I love that. The dusts are difficult to get. We have 7 remaining. I used a lot in the previous video, reworking and forging stuff. We'll do like 1 or 2 more to see what we can get. I would love, there we go. That's all we have to do. It's just that 1 more. So you have to weigh it out. Do you want to use the dust on 4-star pieces? No, you don't want to do that. It's just wasting your stuff, right? But if you use dust on 5-star pieces, probably going to have these for a while. So it's not nearly as big of an issue. But double roll attack speed, roll detail the settings, which is like the fitting room essentially. Equip that piece. Now for the boots, let's go. I want to try to get pieces that already have attack speed on them. Okay, so attack speed down there, I don't want that. Like with this, we already have rolls into other pieces. I don't want to use that. It's already kind of ruined, honestly. This has attack speed, 5-star. Let's see if we can get attack speed 1 or 2 maybe. Got 1 roll. We didn't get that bottom roll. This +12 is going to take the bottom and bump it up. But this may be the best that I have currently. Attack speed here, plus effect accuracy, pre-roll. Oh, that's actually really good. It's an amazing pair of boots, honestly. So we'll actually put that on there. We didn't get the extra thing, but that's fine. So we're looking at 163 at the moment. We need an attack speed ring. I really want a speed attack speed. Of course, you can't have the same substat as you do main stat. So we have 4-star ring. I really want a 5-star, of course, but that maybe is just me being greedy. Attack percentage, we could get one with effect accuracy. It'd be kind of sweet as well. Have to do some more farming of the dungeon to get things bumped up a little bit. But I want to make sure to get the actual set bonus, of course, extra 30% speed from this. So we're going to equip that as well. And now looking for this last earrings. Let's see how this plays out. Substats, attack speed. This is going to be nothing. We have some 4-star pieces there. We're lacking any 5-star pieces, unfortunately, which is not a huge deal. Though I could. It's not very high, honestly. But she's 228. So we're pushing up the speed pretty well. Now, when it comes to actually forging your pieces, I'm not going to forge these pieces over here because just like in Raid, if you're forging these side pieces, you have a lot of RNG. You could also hit it big and have something amazing. But in this case, actually, this necklace, this is okay. This is actually a pretty good one. It's HP percentage. But you could be forging it and get something that you absolutely just don't want. It could just be bad stats, like something that's useless for you. Like you could be forging for the necklace, trying for effect accuracy plus speed, but you end up getting a flat main stat. But you have speed, which is good, but the flat main stat's not very good. So it's very similar to raid in that sense. Like when we're forging, I want to forge this left side, but my left side pieces are actually pretty solid. This could be a 5-star piece, of course. I could go in there and forge a little bit of this, try to get a attack speed orb, get it to 4 to 5-star pieces, which would be so much better than what she's currently sitting at. But now we did bump her up in speed, a pretty good chunk. Her effect accuracy is still 86%, so she's looking really good there. So now what we're going to do, let's jump over into the arena, for example, and see how this newly speed-tuned team works out. We don't have a speed aura champion. We could get a Lancelot, or we can actually just remove the champion and see who gives attack speed increase. So attack speed, Lancelot does that. We have Anguish, who does it in the arena as well. So I could throw in an Anguish. I'm not going to do that. I just want Bedivere to hit hard, so I'm just going to put him as a lead spot anyways. Not a big deal. But Morgan's going to come in there, go first. She's going to decrease everybody's turn meter. And then we're going to have Merlin come in. 3 vigor left. He's going to go ahead and do an AoE freeze. So we have the freeze going, AoE. And then we have Bedivere coming in. He has 3 vigor to basically use from. We're going to go ahead and use his 2 vigor skill. Kay's going to pick up 1 extra vigor on her turn. So now she has 2. So I could even do a skill like this. Or I could do just her A1. It'd be best if I just used her A1. Honestly, the champion in this spot probably needs to be another vigor charging champion. Morgan's locked out, unfortunately, so she can only use her A1. We have Merlin doing another A3. You got to balance the vigor costs, especially if you want to get into non-vigor sets. If you have vigor sets, you can use really whatever you want. Like, yeah, use your A2 and A3 skills. You're going to get plenty of vigor back. But if you don't want to just be, if you don't want to be, you got to be mindful about what champions are using what. So we have Morgan, A3. Merlin, we have 2 vigor left. Bedivere can open up with that skill, but now Kay, if she uses her A2, well, Morgan's going to be left with just an A1 skill. Not a huge deal. Merlin's going to come to his turn and get a good chunk of vigor and help us get back online. So another freeze chance there. Bedivere doing his A2. So we definitely need some more vigor sets in this team. And I may get it in K spot, honestly. I may get a different champion in K spot and put it in a really like a good damage dealing vigor set. This dude's level 60, so he's quite a bit higher than me. But with this vigor set that we have going on and this speed-tuned team, it actually worked out very well. I'm level 51, he's level 60. We're able to pull off the victory here. Whether it's from being a speed-tuned team or not, I'm not really sure. But we were able to make sure everybody got a turn before them. And my Morgan still has plenty of room to grow. I would like for her to be closer to 250. But for now, we're just leaving it where it is. Bedivere, I could even revisit him and see if I could get him to be a little bit slower but harder hitting, so that when he gets a turn, he's just killing somebody. He still hits hard, but I gotta decide: do I want speed stuff on him, or am I okay with him just hitting hard and when he gets a turn, things are basically over? So ultimately, that's how you forge your gear, build your champs. The stats all have a breakdown and what they do. I believe if you come in here, you can see what each thing does. So like, let's see, effect accuracy. This stat affects the likelihood that a hero successfully applies effects, does not apply to skills that specify a success rate in the description. Then we have this stat affects the likelihood of effects being applied to the hero. And then we have the hit accuracy. This stat affects the likelihood of the hero's attacks landing, is affected by the target's evasion stat. Cool. So we have a lot of different stats compared to raid, but they have all the breakdowns right in here. So it makes things very easy to actually manage and understand. So guys, with that said, thank you all very much for watching the video. Thank you again to Netmarble for sponsoring this video. Best of luck. If you guys are interested in downloading it, click the link down below. Help support my channel. Go check out my other channel on King Arthur primarily. And hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Catch you later on.